We are standing in the reflection garden. This has been a great project for our community, and it started in 2010 when we were able to get the flagpole, and that kind of created all of this project for us here at Norwich and the city of Hilliard. So the flagpole represents a lot for our community. With the tragedy of 9/11, we were able to take a trip to New York, and we actually got the flagpole. It was one of 5 flagpoles that were located within the World Trade Center Plaza on Church Street. So it's pretty exciting for our community to have this here. This garden allows for our community to come and reflect. It gives everybody the opportunity to take in what America means to them, and I think that it's really important.
At 6 p.m. on September 11th, we'll be dedicating this reflection garden in honor of those that perished on September 11th. This is part of the many features that the City of Hilliard and Norwich Township have to honor those that died during that tragic event. The flagpole shows the scars of the events of that day. The flagpole is a little bit shorter than it was sitting on the plaza at the World Trade Center, as it was cut down a little bit to be placed in this site, but it has not been touched since that event. Also, you'll see here at the Reflection Garden, as well as at First Responders Park, many pavers of individuals that have contributed to make these 2 memorials a success. Some of those individuals have been members of the community, of first responders in our community.
This plaque here, it gives kind of a brief description of, what the importance behind this reflection garden is. And then it also touches on the importance of the water flowing from the fountains. And it reminds us that even in times of great loss and tragedy, the American people will stand united.
In addition to the many features you see at the Reflection Garden, First Responders Park has many items actually from the World Trade Center site, pieces of steel that were taken from the site, including a couple very unique pieces. Would encourage you to visit and spend some time in the park just to see really some of the wonderful pieces that we were able to preserve to honor those that gave their lives on that day. The park has several granite walls on which are inscribed the names of the individuals that lost their lives on September 11th, over 400 of those being first responders. In addition to the granite wall, there's several other features, including a sculpture which depicts the Americans doing things they would do on a normal day in their life. Many of those just engaged in regular activities, but some of those also being first responders who work day in and day out to protect the lives of the Americans that we serve. We also see at the park a reflection pool which has fire nozzles that spray water into the pool. The fire nozzles spray from 2 different directions, 9 nozzles on one side, 11 on the other, to signify September 11th as the date of this tragic event. And a piece of subway track that was pulled from under the devastation once the towers collapsed. This community many years ago decided that it was important for us to honor the more than 3,000 Americans that perished that day, many of those which were first responders, a little over 400. And we vowed back several years ago when we started working on these plans that we would never forget. And on September 11th every year, we will have a ceremony at First Responders Park at 7 p.m. And we will continue to remember those that lost their lives and continue to vow that we will never forget the events of that day.